Welcome to the channel. And today we're diving deep into a topic that so many people struggle with, but rarely talk about openly. The hidden signs a man might be using you. Relationships can feel like an emotional roller coaster, full of moments that lift you up and moments that send you spiraling down. And when someone's intentions aren't pure, those emotional highs can become traps. Understanding what people truly want can be confusing, especially when words and actions don't match. But certain phrases men use can reveal a lot more than they think. So today, we're breaking down those warning signs and unpacking the emotional clues that can protect your heart and your peace of mind. Let's explore these subtle but powerful signals together so you can move forward with clarity, confidence, and strength. One of the biggest red flags begins when a man tells you he's going to leave his partner for you. At first, it might feel flattering, almost like something out of a dramatic movie where you're the person he chooses over everyone else. But take a moment to step back and think about what's really happening. A man who is truly unhappy in his current relationship shouldn't need someone else as a reason to leave. He should end that relationship because it's not healthy, not because he sees you as his escape route. When someone makes this promise, it often isn't about love at all. It's about control. Many men use this line to keep you emotionally hooked, to make you feel special enough to stay even when he has no intention of following through and think about the future. Even if he did leave his partner, the foundation of your new relationship would be built on someone else's heartbreak, and that can lead to guilt, resentment, and a lack of trust. It becomes a relationship created out of pain, not stability. So when a man promises to leave someone else for you, stay cautious, question his motives, and do not let that emotional bait pull you into a story where you're the one who ends up hurt. Another subtle but harmful sign appears when a man constantly says, "I need your help," whether financially or in other ways. Manipulative men are incredibly good at spotting kindness in others, especially kindness that they can benefit from. They use emotional pressure, creating stories of hardship or desperation to make you feel like you have to step in and fix their problems. Compassion is important in any relationship, but compassion becomes a weakness when someone repeatedly takes advantage of it. If he always needs money, always needs favors, always needs emotional support, yet never gives you anything back, never shows appreciation, never matches your effort, that's not love. That's exploitation. Healthy relationships are built on mutual giving, not one-sided draining. When you start to notice your generosity being met with silence, excuses, or entitlement, it's time to pause and evaluate what's really happening. Manipulators love to play the victim because the victim role keeps you invested, keeps you trying to help, and keeps you attached even when you're getting nothing in return. That's why setting boundaries, being honest about what you need, and paying attention to his reactions are crucial. If someone truly cares about you, they'll respect your limits. If someone is using you, they'll push harder the moment you try to protect yourself. Then there's the man who says, "I'm not ready for a commitment." At first, this sounds harmless. Everyone has their own pace and comfort zone in relationships, but repeated claims of not being ready, combined with behaviors that show he wants closeness only when it benefits him, can reveal much deeper intentions. Some men use emotional unavailability as a shield. They want your company, your comfort, your energy, your emotional support, but they don't want the responsibility of being fully present for you. They enjoy the emotional perks without offering emotional security. They might confide in you as if you're the closest person in their life, but when you need support, suddenly they disappear or shut down. Others use the not ready excuse to keep things physical without ever allowing the relationship to grow. They'll enjoy the intimacy, the affection, the connection, but avoid talking about the future at all costs, leaving you stuck in a limbo where the relationship only moves on their terms. When a man consistently avoids defining the relationship, avoids answering your questions, or avoids talking about where things are headed, that's not confusion. That's intentional. It keeps you emotionally invested while giving him all the freedom he wants. Not wanting commitment is not the problem. Leading someone on while refusing commitment is. Another manipulative tactic shows up in the form of over-the-top flattery. When a man constantly tells you things like, "You're so much better than my ex," or "I've never felt this way before." It can feel amazing. Compliments can build your confidence and make you feel seen, but manipulative men often use them as tools, not as genuine expressions of care. Flattery becomes a weapon when it's used to control your emotions, to make you feel chosen, special, even irreplaceable. By showering you with praise, they create an emotional attachment that makes you less likely to question their behavior or their intentions. But genuine love isn't measured by the intensity of someone's compliments. It's measured by steady, consistent actions. So ask yourself, do his words match what he does? Does he only compliment you when he wants something? Does he use comparisons to make you feel like you're in competition with someone from his past? Manipulators know that making you feel like you're better than everyone else puts you in a position where you subconsciously work harder to maintain that image. This creates a psychological dependence on their approval, and once they have that, they can start pulling the strings. Real connection requires honesty, not exaggerated praise that sounds beautiful, but means nothing. The fifth sign appears when a man frequently says, "I need you to do this for me, I can't do it myself." At first, helping your partner with something small seems harmless, even sweet. But manipulators use helplessness as a strategy. They pretend they can't do basic tasks, not because they're incapable, but because they want to create an emotional obligation. The more you do for them, the more they expect, and the more guilty you feel when you say no. What starts as small, innocent favors slowly becomes a pattern where you're doing everything and he's doing nothing. He plays the helpless role to keep you constantly involved, constantly responsible, and constantly guilt-ridden if you don't meet his needs over time. This creates a power imbalance where your kindness becomes a tool he uses against you. You become the fixer, the helper, the rescuer, while he becomes the one who benefits from your effort without offering anything in return. When someone repeatedly asks for help with things they could easily do themselves, it's not dependence. It's manipulation dressed as vulnerability. At the end of the day, protecting yourself starts with awareness. Trust your instincts. Pay more attention to what a man does than what he says. Keep your independence strong by nurturing your hobbies, friendships, and identity outside of the relationship. Talk to people you trust and get outside perspectives because manipulation often becomes clearer when seen from a distance. Learn the strategies manipulators use so that you can recognize them immediately and take time to check in with yourself about whether the relationship is making you happy, secure, and supported. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.